映ってる？映ってるっぽいですか？皆さん、こんにちは。こんにちは。みなんとろです。あ、映ってるね。うん。なんか、ガラガラですいません。ちょっと今日はね、ちょっとまずはデイリーからやるけど、ちょっと久々にストーリーを進めようと思います。若干寝起きなのは気にしないでいただいて、ね、YouTube で配信をしてない間にいろいろガチャは引いたり、デイリーはやったりしてました。待ってください。よっ。ふう。YouTube で配信久しぶりだ。今後はね、今までストーリー系は配信を YouTube でしていたんですけど、ちょっとデート系は少なくともTwitchになるかなと今後思います。あれ、人間違えたっぽい。スカラマッシュがすごく便利ですね。あ、ここにいた。はい。やっとストーリー進めるからすごい楽しみ。よしよし。来週もできたらやろうかな。だって今日だけでさ、まだ多分地下労働から出られないからそれをね、ちょっともうスメールに行きたいんですね、心的には。どこ？カニ味噌グリルとかめっちゃ食べてみたい。なんか冬といえばさ、カニを食べたくなるよね。ならないか別に。この攻撃力素晴らしい。私のスカラム放浪者はまだそんなレベル高くないんですけど、でも全然強いと思う。いやー、通常攻撃強いな。はい、失礼します。今のところ放浪者使っての何ですか、私の中のベストチームはこれ。
Right here, emerge. Rain cutter.
終わった？最近あんまり気候を買ってなかったけど、今回買おうかな。やっとさ、この気候の星音放棄が役に立つ時が来たね。皆さん。今まであんまりなんか結局誰にも会わないみたいな感じの扱いされてて、 かわいそうな武器だった気がする。まあ行幸がギリギリ使うみたいな
The wind rises.
感じでしたけど、いや便利すぎ。あ、下でした。こんなとこにスライム風船出る。
Unsightly insects.
なんで降りたん？
Quit following me.
当たるんそれ。いや便利すぎでしょこのこの任務にスカラマシは便利すぎ。
Quit following me.
永遠に飛んでるから邪魔が入らない。あれ？あ、これか。タンタンタンタタンタンタタン。久しぶりにYouTube で配信してるけど、なんか YouTube でさ配信するとたまにバグ遅延みたいなものが入りやすいんで、ちょっと怖かったんだけど、いい感じにできてて、音聞いてるわけじゃないからいい感じに音聞こえてんのかわかんない。音小さすぎるかもしんない。
Too slow.
デイリーを受け取って、早速ねストーリーをやりましょうよ。
Add as. Thank you for. Add as.
あれ？あ、最近卵集まりすぎたから今度は鶏肉を集めることにしました。あれ？では行きましょう。この鑑賞ってやんなきゃいけないのかな？他の任務をクリアしてから進めることができる？あ、これ新たき一途進めないといけないんだ。今日時間が余ったらやろうかなって思ってた。じゃあ行きます。静かすぎない？双眼恐怖地、これいつもなんて読むんだろうって思ってますけど、待って、双眼、あ、双眼鏡園って読むんだ読めないやろ。双眼鏡園ね。双眼鏡園の近くで依頼を出した候補を探す。もう何の依頼出したか忘れちゃったよ。ユエホイ。
Ah, great. Good to meet you. Yes, I was the one who posted that commission. Wait a second. You look kind of familiar. Are you a famous adventurer or something?
俺のことを話すと長くなる。
Oh, alright then. I'll start by introducing myself. I'm Yuehue, a miner. I received a mining permit for the chasm just recently. I have a handful of other guys in my crew.
Seriously? They actually give permits out for the chasm?
Yes, the folks over at Eugene Terrace finally came to their senses and are now allowing a limited amount of ore mining near the surface. We were among the first to gain approval, but some things have happened recently that put all the miners on edge.
Really? What
僕たち
happened?
がみんな怯えて
We
る。
haven't heard anything.
So,
アメリカ語、そう。
It's hard to say exactly
イギリス
how
語で
big
もあ
of an
る。
issue it is. Could be something, could be nothing. The main thing is that it's just very strange. While one of the miners was on a break, he suddenly noticed a few hilly trolls walking his way.
意識の朦
They
朧と
seemed
した
like they
ヒ
were
ル
in
チャ
a
ールた
daze
ち。
or something. They walked right by him without giving him a single glance. They just made a beeline for the depths of the chasm. After that, the miner started observing his surroundings more closely and noticed the same thing happening time and time again.
Are the hilly trolls just curious? Maybe they just want to take a peek inside.
Not
ウェン
likely.
ディア。
The strange part is that in all the time this miner's been watching the hilly trolls, he's never seen any of them come back out. It seems to be a one-way trip.
このヒルチャールた
Once
ち
the
をで
hilly
きるの
trolls go
は
in, they
確
never
認できるのは
emerge
行きの片
again.
道だけ。
And it seems to be happening more and more frequently as of late. What are these hilly trolls up to? What happens to them after they go inside? Is there a disaster brewing?
ヒル
These
チャー
are
ル
the
の
kinds
心
of
配。
thoughts going through the guys' heads now. Everyone's driving themselves crazy worrying about it.
Paimon's not surprised. Paimon feels spooked just hearing about it.
想像しただけで怖い。確かに奇妙なこと。
Exactly. The deepest fear is the fear of the unknown, you know? So we have to get to the bottom of it before everyone can put their minds at rest.
Do we really want to take this commission? Thanks, Mr. Miner, sir. We need to consider it first.
パイモンのこういうやりとり久しぶりに聞くな。そっか、ストーリーだと結構パイモン喋るもんね。
Hey, you can at least pretend to consider Paimon's opinion first.
アビス兄弟が関係してると思う。
Oh, so that's where you're coming from.
なぜそう思った？
Well, okay then. Maybe we will find some clues about your twin. You'll really regret it if you don't go, huh?
So, what's your verdict? Will you take the commission? No pressure, but I gotta say, I'm not loving the
No
prospect of my
pressure.
mining permit going to waste.
Yep, we'll take it. We're kinda curious ourselves now, too.
Great. You're doing me an enormous service here. Now, let me give you the rough location that the hilly trolls keep heading to.
いや、私英語の声も普通に好きだな。えもしかして他の任務とぶつかってる？いや、まさかね。待って、今読み間違い？読み間違いだったみたい。よかったー。私このその中心任務を進めるために他の細々としたミッションを進めてきたので、これでできなかったら悲しすぎる。指定エリアに行って調査する。いやー、何が起きるんでしょうか。あ、なんかある。ちょっと待って。ちょっと取りに行ってもよろしい？待って。ここではこれを使います。来たの久しぶりだ。いやー便利。ちょっと待って。角度がよろしくない。あそこね。
Squall and fury.
余裕ですよ。檻の中にもあるっぽいな。左の。あれなんか世界任務出てきた。ちょっと待って。目の前なんか忙しい。あれ上ですかもしかして。あ、これ違ったっぽい。
Look at you! Emerge right here, right
まあ
now.
一応もうね二度と戻んないと思うからここは
Witness the power of Gua.
今のうちにちょっ
Quit following me.
あれ宝箱っぽい。失礼します。ことはこれ上に世界にもあるんだ。
Squall and Fury.
これやっとく？意味ないよね。
The wind
何回も
rises.
騙されて何回も騙されて学習しました。これはあんまりやってもやんなくてもいいっていう。そう、空飛べるんですよ。めちゃめちゃ便利。最近出ましたね。今の間違えた。今のバナーにいらっしゃいます。登れないっすね。空飛べるけどめっちゃ体弱い。体弱いんでシールドが推奨されます。スタミナ回復して登れないんだが、どこにある？この上に何かある？いや、まさかね。あ、この下かな？下でした。
Is this where that miner guy wanted us to investigate? Just look at this place. Doesn't it remind you of something?
もう止まろう。
Wait, what was it again?
深い。
Yes, that's it! It's just like that. Just as strange,
なるほどね。
just as upside down, and just as spooky. In which case, maybe whatever's going on in the chasm
そういえば
really
こんな感じだったわ、
is connected
YouTube
to
の
the
配信って。
disorder. Oh, we gotta get to the
もっ
bottom
と
of
来るん
this.
だ、そういえば。
Oh?
ナイスレイ
The
ブ。
feeling is mutual. I certainly hadn't expected to meet
あ、
you
なんか
here either.
日本語だけじゃなくて英語もダンディ。
Wait, but how did you suddenly end up here in the chasm?
Chasm.
The chasm? So we're in the depths of the chasm, are we? Interesting. This is one place where I have never set foot before.
迷子になってる？もしかして。
I understand how you must feel. Last time we met suddenly and parted hastily. Now our paths cross again. Fate, it seems, owes you an explanation. That much should be self-explanatory. I came upon the trail of another Abyss Herald recently and began pursuing it. Unfortunately, I got as far as cornering him before he resorted to the same trick that they all do. I was hot on his heels when I followed him through the portal, but as usual, it was to no avail. It took me to the wrong place.
妹には追いつけなかった？
Correct. Based on my recent experiences, I can only conclude that the Abyss's portals are not simply pathways from point A to point B, but gateways to an entire network. Where they emerge on the other side is their choice. It can be anywhere within the network.
Sounds kind of similar to how teleport waypoints work.
In short, though I was right behind your twin last time when I entered that portal, the next moment that I realized where I was all alone, back in the ruins known as Storm Terror's lair.
マリュウの巣にいた
Oh,
の？
yeah, about that. Whatever happened to the eye of the first field tiller?
It's in a safe place. you can be sure that I will
高音機の
learn
面
the
とか。
truth of the Loom of Fate operation sooner than it could ever fall into the
ちょっ
Abyss
と
Order's hands.
何の話だったっけ？全然覚えてないや。それじゃあ改めて自己紹介してくれる？
So that title stuck in your memory. I by no means went out of my way to conceal it from you. It once stood for the glory of Kanria, but now it is but a cruel joke. My curse to bear. Twilight Sword was my title as captain of the Royal Guards
宮廷親衛
when I
隊長
witnessed the
隊
destruction
隊
of my
長
entire homeland firsthand.
教えてください。
Sounds like your sister was right.
何の喋ってたっけ？もう全然覚えてないよ。俺の妹の過去について
We were travel partners. We both
ちょっと
partook in
半
a
年ぐら
painful
い
journey of
ストーリーやっ
searching
てなか
for
った。
our fate. But regrettably, we did not make it to the journey's end together.
旅の終点。
Before you continue questioning me, I ought to warn you. If my suspicions regarding the portal network are correct, then the fact that there is a portal leading here tells us that the Abyss Order has their eyes on this location.
You mean the Abyss Order is plotting something here? Actually, Paimon and the Traveler suspected that too.
I mean that it's highly likely that even as we speak, the Abyss Order is watching our
ア
every
ビスの目
move.
に映っている可能性が。
Don't say that! You're giving Paimon goosebumps.
まずは調査をしよう。
A wise choice. There appears to be light from a fire coming from near that rocky wall. Let's take a look.
紅茶でも飲みながらね、イフガに配信を。あ、ほいほいほい。スカンダルさん、こんちゃ。ハロー。いや寝起きだからかわかんないけど、声がよれよれる。
Behold!
There are signs of hilly churl activity here. Could these be the hilly churls the requester was talking about?
Requester? In fact, hold on. You still haven't told me what you're doing here. I doubt that most travelers would have any reason to venture down this way.
まあね。
We took a commission from the Adventurers Guild to investigate the chasm. Apparently, a whole load of hilly churls have been gathering here, and the requester wants to know why. And now it looks like we finally found our first clue.
Do you want the answer?
Huh? You mean you know something about this?
As it happens, I do.
俺にはさっぱりわから
It's
ないけど。
understandable that you did not perceive anything unusual. What makes this place so strange is that the environment here weakens the effect of the curse.
The curse? Oh, Paimon remembers. Last time you guys were saying that
不死の呪い。
people were cursed to immortality or something.
カンルイヤの人
For
は死ねないってこと？
centuries, I have suffered daily from the curse that was laid upon me. But here, and right here, right now, I can feel my body sending a strong message to me. It is telling me, stay.
Stay.
So, this place weakens the curse? That's pretty incredible. But how?
That I shall need to investigate. But to the best of my knowledge, the Abyss Order does not have the technology to achieve this.
つまり
Indeed. Do you know why Hilichurls
え、
wear
知らない。
masks?
考えたこともなかったよ。
It's to hide their appearance, lest they catch sight of their reflection in a body of water.
あ、そうなんだ。
Compared to how they remember themselves, it is a terrible sight to behold. One
Hil-
that causes them great despair.
ヒルチャールはカンルイヤの人間だったってこと？
The curse of immortality denies death to those afflicted with it.
So, you mean there's a way to undo it?
No. I mean that the body and soul will continue to be eroded until they are virtually non-existent. when the Hilichurls realize that the end is nigh for them,
考えたことなかったよ。
it seems their instinct is to seek out a calm and dark corner of the world in which to finally say goodbye to the centuries of suffering they have endured.
なるほどね。
And of all the places they could lay down to rest, one that can ease the effects of their curse would surely be their first choice.
Wow. That's so...
なんか、
Conversation's over. Brace yourselves.
あ、来たん
What is it?
We're under attack.
?We are under attack.
Let's go, let's go.
あ、久しぶりに出た
Right。here. Emerge. Right here.
Squall and fury.
あ、飛んじゃったけど、
You dare to gaze upon me?
Rain cutter.
この幻想爆発は最後にやった方がいいって言われ
Can't handle your drink.
Emerge.
動画のいろんな
Right
人
now.
に
Right here.
た。解説動画を出しているいろんな人に最後に使った方がいいって言ってた。いや、レベル60でも全然強いな。
What were those? And why did they attack us all of a sudden?
Black Serpent Knights. They once belonged to the royal guard of Kanria.
Wait a second. Royal Guard? So
そうなの
they used to be your troops?
Yes, they were. But now, the curse engulfs them, and they fight with none of the honor they once had.
Because they've become pawns of the abyss now?
Let's
なん
continue
てこ
on.
った
Wait,
なんか来た
Seems we missed one.
なんか友好的な感じするけど
Wait, stand down.
あ、消えた
It's disappeared.
what the heck? What was going
What
on
the
with that
heck?
one? Was it trying to say something?
How is this possible? How could he have retained self-awareness
あれ
for
を持たずに
500
500年
years
も
without it?
自我も
But
保てるはずがない
more importantly, why did he seem so familiar?
ダインのことに気づいた
That would be a miraculous outcome indeed for a cataclysm that brought total doom and destruction. Or perhaps it was just a coincidence. We should press onward to the city.
シティなのあれ拡散でダメージ出す感じのキャラダメージっていうよりなんか小タイプですねあダメージっていうか拡散というよりはもちろん拡散の方がいいけどそうだね
The wind
拡散なのか
rises.
なこの後ろの背中のものが元素反応を起こしていると赤になったり氷の水色になったりします、そうするとねもちろん風だから強くはなりますねでも基本的にはショーみたいなアタッカーそして短期で使ってもいいと思うこっちか
Looks like there's a strange energy surrounding the city. We can't go any further. Guess there should be a mechanism or something around here, right? Traveler, looks like it's time to get into ruin exploring mode.
また謎解き
Don't waste your time.
やったー謎解き苦手なんだよね
Kanria's technology, abyssal power. Two things I couldn't be more familiar with.
あそう
They're
なの
just cheap tricks to me.
カンルイヤの技術なん
So
だ
the Abyss
全部
Order really is trying to hide something here, right? Dan seems like he really understands what's going on here. No wonder the Abyss Order doesn't want him around.
この逆さの都市とカンルイヤに関係が
Not necessarily. The closer we draw, the more I am inclined to conclude that these ruins belong to a more ancient civilization still. The Abyss Order simply got to them before anyone else.
Even older than Kanria? Whoa. Paimon can't even imagine back that far.
That said, the architecture here does somewhat resemble that of Kanria. At
あ
least,
そうなんだ
it would if it were the other way up.
逆さだった
Let's head toward the light
なんて
over
考えてなかったよ
Mind your footing on the way ahead.
あらそう
Behold!
こちらですか？あ、なんかいる。
Black Serpent Knights! Is this where they're based? Or wait, are they guarding something here?
We are likely drawing near to whatever the Abyss Order is trying to hide. Let's take them out first.
押すぞ。
Come on out, right now. Let me weave you a verse.
待って待って待って。じゃあボタンが押せなかった。うまくボタンが押せなかった。
Right here.
The wind rises.
最初にゆくあきと相性よ。
Cry louder.
Right now.
今日時間がかかってもスカラマシを使いたくなってしまう。
Hey, look! Vines! You should be able to climb up, right?
これこれか。
Time to act.
ミスった。ちょっと待って。突っかかりました。
Squall and fury.
Oh no! More Black Serpent Knights!
言い過ぎ。
Huh? They're not coming after us! Are they just trying to scare us off? Huh. These knights seem like they're hiding something behind them.
Hold on, I think they...
They're coming! Quick, get them! Shake it!
Right
こ
here.
のキャラたちの
Emerge.
さ
Right here. Witness the
素
power
材
of
めっ
Gua.
ちゃ
Know my sword.
貴重だからできれば
Behold!
素材も出してほしい。戦うついでに。やばいって。
Bow your head. How amusing.
Scratch that! Can't handle it!
Right now. Right here. Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword. A sight to behold. Right now. Emerge. Right now.
Squall and fury.
なんか攻撃食らってない？なんで攻撃食らってなくない？これって風？い
Too slow.
や
Shake it and stir!
Right here. Right
よく
now.
わかんないっすね。
Emerge.
攻撃を食らってないように見える。
Whew. That was the last of them. Now, let's see what it was they were trying to hide.
ただあれなんかこの邪気この邪気見たことある。
What's this?
So, the Black Serpent Knights have nothing to do with the Abyss Order's secret. Huh. I should have guessed.
So, what exactly is going on with these hilly churls?
アベス兄弟には関係ないん
As
だ。
I said, for these hilly churls, the end is nigh.
最後を迎えるヒルチ
They
ャー
have
ル。
grown old and fearful of the light, even become one with the darkness. And yet the curse continues to corrode them.
じゃあ永遠に
Why would the Black Serpent
闇の
Knights
中にいる
want
って
to
こ
stay
と？
here and guard them? More of them are closing in!
出すぎ。センターを避ける方法を考えよう。ちょっと待って、何語？
The guy that came out of nowhere and disappeared again!
最初に突然現れて姿を消したやつ。
And now they're retreating! Did he just order them to do that?
Halfdan?
ハールド・ウーダン。知り合い？
Whoa, whoa! What? You recognize him?
Could it be? If it's as I suspect, then this is a truly tragic state of affairs.
Dane?
You want to know why they were gathered here guarding the hilly churls, don't you? It's because as far as the Black Serpent Knights are concerned, they're simply doing their duty. The one who ordered them to retreat just now, I suddenly recognized him. I knew him as a young man, an elite in the royal guard of old. His name is Halfdan.
So, he's from 500 years ago too?
To this day, I still
すごい
remember
ね。
the final orders I, the Twilight Sword, gave to Halfdan on the day of disaster in Kanria. Before I made haste back to the palace. Inform all Black Serpent Knights to protect the people of Kanria at all costs.
いかなること
Because
が起き
we,
ようとも
of
関類
course,
を
were
守れ。
royal guards. But this would mean nothing in the events that followed. Royals, gentry, common folk. These identities made no difference. Against the might of the gods, the only identity that mattered was
カンル
being
ヤ
from
人という身分
Kanria.
しか存在しなかった。
These Black Serpent Knights have lost their intellect.
ハロー。
But
このスペ
perhaps
シャルネームさん。
in whatever remains of their minds, they are still protecting the people of Kanria. If you see these ruins as Kanria in the throes of disaster, and these hilly churls as the people crying for help, then suddenly I can make sense of what I'm
奴ら
hearing.
の叫び声は他者への威
Their
嚇ではない。
growls are less of a threat and more of a warning.
Then, what are they saying?
Though it is barely discernible, I can just about make it out.
マジ？
They keep repeating a word from the old language of Kanria.
あれ
Run.
ね。おじいちゃんが喋る時のめっちゃなまってるような感じね。
Even I have to admit, the fact their will is strong enough to survive 500 years of erosion. It is nothing short of a miracle, born from hopelessness.
Oh, so Paimon had them all wrong.
It doesn't matter. Even I took them for enemies for a moment. Let's keep heading toward the light at the top. I believe the Black Serpent Knights will no longer try to stop us.
面白いね、このストーリー。こんな確信をついたストーリー久しぶりだ。今までサイドばっかりやってたから。鶴見の世界任務とか辛かったもんね。
Sure
なん
enough,
かあります。
we aren't seeing any more Black Serpent Knights. Guess that Halfdan guy really did
置いてない？
recognize Captain Dane, huh?
なんかある？ああ、そこに入るんだ。
Too slow.
なるほどね。あれが正規ルート。怪しすぎる。ダミアンさん、オラー。¿Cómo estás?
You even want this?
また。明日に行けばいいんだね。え、上っぽいな。
The wind rises.
正規ルートじゃないや。bien, bien, yo. Hace tiempo que no hacía directo en Twitch, o sea, YouTube. ね、YouTube 配信は久しぶりです。最近ずっと Twitch だったんで。ここだ。ここね。Sí, normalmente hago en Twitch. そう、大体は Twitch でやってます。
Dane, why so quiet?
I'm just thinking, nothing more. If you're trying to console me, I can assure you there is no need.
Fine.
まあ、今後も多分ね、Twitch が中心になると思う。
The wind rises.
まあ、でもストーリーは今のところ YouTube でやるつもりある。Ahora daré por hoy. Gracias.
Hey, look! There's
No,
more
obligatorio.
doors sealing this room off. Looks like we can finally head to the room in the center. Come on, let's go!
早く行こうぜ。最上階の中央にある部屋に行く。でもこの場所がさ、逆さなら下が最上階になるはずでは。
Behold!
見した？いや。便利。
A water pool!
あ、本当だ。
And the water pool is upside down.
逆だ。
Oh, wow! This is a pretty amazing place! Dane, do you have any idea at all how it works?
The pool must be part of the entire city structure, a relic of this ancient civilization. And more importantly, it is the very thing that is weakening the curse. Here, my whole body feels more at peace than it has in a long time. The effect is stronger here than it was before. And I think it's because that water pool has something akin to a cleansing effect.
Cleansing? So that means the water in that pool can wash away the curse for good?
No.
How are you so sure?
I have lived with this curse for 500 years, and I have been fully conscious the entire time. Suffice to say, no one understands the curse like I do. It is a way of branding us at the level of the fate of the world
じゃあ大
itself.
スレイブでも
When a god applies a curse, it takes effect at a higher level of reality than the person themselves.
顔が
Even now,
顔を隠すため
I
に
can
仮面
feel
してる
the
んだ。
curse slowly permeating my entire being, becoming part of me, slowly but surely replacing me. Perhaps it may be possible to suppress the corrosive effect of the curse for a time, but cleansing it entirely, consider it tantamount to burning away an integral part of your body. It is not a process that one could ever hope to survive.
Huh? Cleansing the curse cost you your life? Whoa. An irreversible curse. Paimon can't even imagine.
In any case, I can feel that the water's cleansing effect is not nearly potent enough. At most, it might suppress the curse, but a little.
So, what's that contraption there? It looks kind of out of place.
周りの雰囲気と全く合ってない。アビス教団の秘密。
Frankly, I have never seen a device of this design before either. It is not unreasonable to suspect that it could belong to the Abyss Order.
こんな広いとこだった？
That gave Paimon a fright. So, all the doors are open now? Halfdan's back again.
Halfdan, do you have something to say to me?
ちょっと関類語で喋った方がいいんじゃない？
He ran off. But he didn't disappear like last time.
He's indicating that we should follow him. Are you coming?
新たな手がかりがあるかもしれない。
So, we going then?
すごいダークなとこだけど面白いわ、ストーリーが。やっとメイン部分が進んでる感じがする。
Quit following me.
下かな？上？下っぽい。あー、これ降りるときに撮るやつだ。ちょっとあれ撮っていいですか？
Too slow.
「あそこね。うそーん。あ、取れた、よかった。 れなぜかMe gusta como vuelasから虫パロaún no me salió Bueno, pronto, pronto いつか出るはず
Unnecessary.
Looks like
Es muy-
Halfdan disappeared
es
at
muy
the far end of
conveniente.
this path.
Perhaps whatever lies ahead is what he wants us to see. Let's keep going.
There are more signs of hilichurl activity here.
でもヒルチャールにも
Power
さ
of Gugwa.
町を村
Huh?
を作る知性は残ってるってことよ。住んでる場所がある。なんかこんなストーリー聞いたらちょっと今後戦いにくくなる。
Unsightly insects.
Shake it, and
Right here. Emerge. No, my sword. Let me weave you a verse.
終わっちゃいました。あ、拾っとこう。道に沿って前方を散策。
Quit following me.
高い高い場所
Too slow.
よくわかんないな。
Quit following me. Too slow.
こっち来ていいっ
Quit
てこと
following me.
where'd that come from?
ちょっと待ってほしい。
Can't handle your drink, huh?
ちょっと待ってほしい。
Nothing lasts forever.
Huh? Behold. Ja. Ha, ha, ga. Ja, ya. Ha, ha, ha.
あの文字かな。
Right now. Emerge. Right here. Rain cutter.
The wind rises. Ha.
どこから行けばいいんだろう。これ登ればいいってこと？なんかある？
Too slow.
キノコしかない。
Quit following me.
玉の屋さん久しぶり。
Behold.
全然見えなかったんだけど、これが。
Is that way into the hilichurl camp? Let's go see. It's a humble hilichurl camp. Oh, these hilichurls look like they're in pretty bad shape too. Is this what Halfdan wanted to show us?
Whether it is or not, everything here is worth investigating in detail. Inspect the area. Leave no...
探そうってよ。デュエルしてる？カードゲームの話？
Seems like
やって
these
ない。ま
hilichurls
だ。
have no life left in them at all. Before long,
で
they'll
も楽
become
しい
one
ら
with
し
the
い。
darkness. The
ってのは聞いてます。
hilichurls we meet in the wild are always so rowdy. Paimon never would have imagined that this is how they spend their final days.
わかる。
We may not
オイ
have
ル
a
と
whole
思って
lot
な
of
かった。
happy memories dealing with hilichurls, but still, Paimon hopes they're at peace in their last moment.
せやな。
Hilichurls usually
永遠とデュエルしてる。
like these, right? But these seem pretty much empty. Is it because they're so near to the end that they don't need to eat anymore? Even if they don't need to eat anymore, Paimon bets they still miss food for the flavor.
恋しくなってももう感じないからね。死ねないからじゃない。しょうがないよ。
There's even a bonfire here, like what Hilly Churros built in the wild. Wait, but
漢字難しくて読めない。
saying that Hilly Churros get scared of the light when they reach the very end of their lives? Maybe, in the very, very end, they still want to feel some light and warmth. Just thinking aloud here. Could also be another reason.
確信をつくじゃないですか。あれもう一個は
Too slow.
花咲いてる。花になるってこと？ヒルチャルは。
How did that flower get this far underground? Did someone bring it in memory of the deceased Hilly Churros?
これが何の花か知ってる？
Hey, now that you mention it, Paimon thinks it looks kind of familiar too.
It is the national flower of
イン
Kanria,
テイワット。
the Intivat. It once bloomed all over the nation. It would only last 2 weeks before wilting. But if you were to pluck one and take it out of Kanria, the petals would stop growing and turn hard. Only when it finally returned to its home soil would the petals grow soft once more. And so the Intivat is a symbol for a wanderer far from home, signifying the tenderness of the homeland.
女主人公のなるほどね。髪飾りなんだ。男主人公だったらピンとこねえな。それはそう。でもなんか持ってないな。花は。妹の頭にも同じ花が飾られている。なるほどね。
So for this flower to get here,
だから女主
it
人
must
公
have
だ
been
と
brought from...
私の髪飾りだってなるんだ。
Your Highness, so the proposal finally has your blessing.
In focusing single-mindedly on confronting the heavenly principles, we neglected our original mission, the revival of the homeland. I should not have been so indecisive.
The device
すごいしっかりしてる。
ready. We await your command.
姫。
What are the chances of succeeding?
Theoretically speaking, approximately.
Forget it. Even a 1% chance is enough. For too long have we dwelt in the abyss. Surely they would rather return to the natural cycle of life and death as soon as possible than continue to exist as they are. They cannot be made to continue paying the price for those so-called sins.
The Order is most fortunate to be graced with your decision.
Lumine.
まだアビス教団がどういう関係か分かってないんだよね。
Can you tell me what it was?
Yeah, you zoned out for quite a while there.
今見た光景をダインスレイブに話した。
Well, people do say that twins have a special connection. It sounds as if they are attempting to make use of certain equipment to cleanse the curse. It could well be the device we saw earlier. And you say she mentioned the revival of the homeland, correct?
確かにそう言って
No
た。
surprise there. Stubborn as ever. It appears as if the Abyss Order plans to use this location to cleanse the hilly churls of their curse and
なるほど。
restore them to the way they once were. Then, they will serve as the foundation for reviving the nation of Kanria.
アビスは関類やじゃろ。
There can be no nation without a
も
people.
うごちゃってるよ頭の中で。ヒルチャールとアビスはじゃあ一緒ってこと？カンルイヤの住人みんな。
It is the height of foolishness. They have no chance of success, not even a 1% chance. I told
別
you
の派閥っ
already
て感じか。
that no
別の
one
考
knows
え
this
が集まっ
curse
てる
better
団
than
体
I,
がアビス
having
か。
lived with it for 500 years. There is no redemption. There is no undoing the curse. Trying to remove it by
反乱軍みたい
force
な。
will
反乱
achieve
軍というか。
nothing but to inflict further suffering. So make sure you are clear in your mind. You have to tell
最
yourself
近ワンピース見て
they
るから
are
めっ
no
ちゃ
longer human.
脳みそがワンピー
If
ス
you
だ。
cling to false hope and allow yourself to become too emotionally invested, the only way is down. You will save your strength for something worth saving.
ラインを信じてもいいと思える根拠は。
Oh? But of
はあ
course,
はあはあ
I am merely someone you hired for a task, while she is your sister. It is only natural for you to side with her. But whatever decision you make
ヒルチャール
cannot
が勉
deter
強
me
ならいい。
from mine. My chosen path is to stop the abyss. If we have reached an impasse,
なるほど。
then perhaps this is where we should say,
今回はラインを信じよう。だけど完全に信用したわけじゃない。
I see.
1% の確率で救われても 99% は苦しみながら死んでしまう。そんなこと。すでに帰る場所を見つけている。
It seems that the 3 questions I put to you on our first meeting were worthwhile. You have developed your own individual views on this world. Very well. Since you have volunteered your true thoughts on this matter, I shall not hide mine from you. Right now, I have a more immediate agenda than stopping the Abyss. That is to say, the Abyss's actions here directly dishonor the final wishes of Halfdan and my other compatriots. I cannot allow this to proceed. The Abyss may appear at any moment. Be on your guard at all times as we proceed.
待って、独善的なんて言葉は使ったことないから分かんないよ。あ、自分だけが正しいと考える傾向のある様。ああ、なるほどね。独りよがりの正義。なるほどね。ヒルチャールたちがそれを望んでるか分かんないけど、助けようとする心ね。おせっかいってこと？
We can see the upside down city from here, too.
Wait, watch out!
タンタタンタタンタン。
What's going on? Is that light coming from the room in the center? It's too bright!
The mutation is continuing. Has the Abyss made its move already?
Dame Smith, I see your incessant meddling continues, and that you have once again joined forces with our Highness. Regrettably, I was not in time to control your exit from the network, and it sent you here of all places. This was...
I am
喋れるように
surprised
なっ
that
て
you
きた。
dare to face me. You ran like a coward last time.
Our Highness's will must be done. All interferences must be removed, whatever the price to pay. This time, the curse that torments our people must be undone, once and for all.
You are the only ones who torment them. There is nothing else left of those hilly churls. Nothing besides the curse itself.
Say what you wish. I am going nowhere, Dame Smith.
あ、そっか、アビスの使徒って書い
Then
てあ
you
った
will
ね。
give your life just to delay the inevitable. How absurd. But since you wish to persist, then so be it.
はいはいはい。
You really think you can use that device beneath the pool to cleanse this curse?
Do not underestimate the ways of the abyss.
あ、ミスった
Find a cleansing
先に
effect of the water
幻
not
想爆発
but 100 fold.
やったっぽいな。
Then I overestimated you. This plan is even
当たってないっ
cruder
ぽい
than I
な。
thought.
Right here. Emerge.
進化？
Think you can bully me?
Right here.
そうだ、
Right
この
now.
キャラクタ
Right
ー、こっからが
here.
長いん
I'm
だっ
always
た。
watching. Right now. Right here. Emerge. No, my sword.
the wind rises.
当たっちゃった。
Cry louder.
アイズパディ。主人公の行動を理解しないと次のスメールでもっとこんがらない。大丈夫。パディいいか。
There's no time to celebrate. The Abyss Order's device is activating, but there's still time to destroy it.
パディの存在忘れてたよ。こんなとこにレッドエージェントとかがファディだよね。
Body and mind.
この3対立が横軸だとすると次の話題で縦軸が出てきて頭壊れる。悩ましいとこなんだよね。
Behold.
待って、これどうやっていくの？こんな上行ったことあったっけ？あ、これですか。あ、来れた。
Look, the amplification device. Am I too late? They're in agony. This is no way for them to meet their end. Find a way to stop that thing.
なんか怪我してない？一人でやられちゃった？ アルブダン。止まった？
I thought he would have been turned to ashes in an instant. Halfdan's soul is extraordinarily resilient.
なんか若い魂は違うね。司祭出てきた。
Don't you have a greater encumbrance to worry about? Come on. This is your grand opportunity to get rid of me.
終末の国の宣伝
Take
者。
him out and deactivate the device.
Shake and stir.
Emerge, right here, right now. Rain Cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
配信を終えたらまた原神の勉強しないと。
Scratch. Right here, right now. Time to act. Let me weave you a verse.
Squall and fury.
もしかして八重美子さんのあれ聞いてない？
Shake and act. Right here, emerge.
The wind rises. Bow your head. How amusing.
Scratch that. Right now,
め
right
っちゃ
here.
時間かかるで。
No, my sword.
Behold.
Eh?
What do we do now? The Abyss Lecter's gone, but the device won't stop. And Halfdan.
俺が代わりにやる。俺なら呪いの浄化作用を受けない。なんで受けないんだろうね。
As long as the device is active, the cursed are rendered powerless. Only you can take on the abyss. If you value his sacrifice, then do not waste any more time here. See all these rays of light and portals. They must have installed several of these energy devices in various locations. Find them, quickly!
なるほど。
We have to go through these Abyss portals? Hey!
今日双眼鏡園にあった。あ、黄色い石はね、これだったんだ。
Thank you for pulling me!
Rain cutter. Emerge right now, right here.
The wind rises.
また
Too slow.
やばい。あ、浄化されてる。
Too slow.
これ戻っていいんでしょうか。待って待って待って待って待って。破壊するって書いてある。これ
Shake it and stir!
Rain out.
ああ、これで壊れるんだ。
Suffering. Oh, wait!
体験がないと壊れないかと思った。
Let's go, let's go! Think you can bully me? Look at you!
お、ちょっと待って。これ欲しいっす。
Behold.
イエーイ。はい。
Too slow.
Emerge
戻りまして。
right here. Emerge. Nothing lasts forever. Right here, right now, right
こ
here.
れ後で使った方がいい。
Time to.
Squall and fury. You dare to gaze upon me?
壊れた。
Quick!
いけ、
Destroy
動
the
き。
devices and put an end to the Hilichurl's suffering!
Body and mind. Time to act. Body and mind. Right now. Emerge. Witness the power of Gurwa.
Can't handle your drink!
数字を数字の量がす
No,
ご
my
い。
sword. Time to act. Body and
これ
mind.
最後最後っぽい。失礼します。
Rain outlines your fate.
The wind rises.
使いやすいな。
Okay, it's gone dark all around now. Shall we head back to the room in the center?
真ん中の部屋に戻る。もしかしてこれ自分で戻るやつか。
Behold.
ミスった。 入るとこ間違えちゃいました。待って、これ普通はどうやって登るんだ？落ちる。あそこから行けばいいのかな。
The wind rises.
と思ったけど、捕まれそう。え？暗闇で見えない。瓦礫を折らせのように登っていく。
Behold.
あ、
Quick look.
行きました。ありがとうございます。
So, that's it, right?
The burning sensation has indeed stopped.
最初に上だった。
So, we managed to stop the Abyss Order's plan?
ハールブダンはもう
Let me check.
Dane must be really upset. Of all the ways to be reunited with one of his former comrades after so long.
Let's go. Huh? Huh? Light?
ハールブダンさん？ 優しそう。
Apologies, Captain Dainsleif, Twilight Sword. Back then, I failed you and failed to protect our people.
No. For 500 years, you have faithfully done your duty. To this day, I am proud of you all.
Conria didn't fall, did it? Since you're still here.
Correct. So, no need to revive the homeland.
なるほど。
That was Halfdan's soul.
More than one kind of strange power exists here. Souls are no strange sight under the circumstances. Still, if you intend to venture deeper in and continue your investigation, you ought to be careful.
You bet.
大丈夫か？
We'll be super careful. Oh, but Dane, does this mean you're not coming with us?
That device took a severe toll on me. It will take me some time to recover.
でしょうね。
Oh, right. Well, actually, Paimon
滅亡してると言われた世界線があらせん。
You've clearly been pushing through the pain this whole time. You've earned a good rest, Dane. Oh, you should take a vacation.
Vacation? The very notion.
夏季休暇。
This word has no business being in my vocabulary. There are more important things that demand my attention. The Loom of Fate operation is still underway, and I suspect that these amplification devices are connected to that plan.
俺も気にかけておく。
Thank you for understanding. I only hope
雇
that
用
next
主
time we meet,
雇用主
you know whose side you're on.
雇用してたっけ？
Sheesh. He sure knows how to hold a grudge. Saving that snide remark right until the end. Well, shame that we
あ、
didn't
そう、ア
get
ビ
to
ス
see
教
your
団に
sister
関係がある
again.
妹がいるからってこ
But
と？
at least we learned some useful info, huh? As long as
信
you
用して
keep
ない
pressing
ぞ
on
っ
with
て
your
さっきのや
journey,
りたいん
you
ですか？
guys will definitely meet again. And everything will be back to normal. Oh, Paimon almost forgot. The real reason we came here was to investigate what was going on with the hill churls, wasn't it? We've probably seen enough to report back to the miner now. But, how are we going to explain it to him? This is all way too complicated for regular people to understand. We'll figure it out. Just don't forget about the commission when we're done here.
でも忘れそうだった。500モラで雇ったでしょ。そんなブラック雇用主だった主人公。スメール行くんすか？もう待って、これもしかして新しいあれ？新しいあれになってる。今これ何時間ぐらいやった？ 1 時間半ぐらい。こんな短かったんだ。一番最初の接点がそれ。ああ、なるほど。私、ダイスレイブの会った時の話全く覚えてないな。待って、半年前にやったよ、それ。半年以上前。スメールも言っていいかな。ちょっと、これって YouTube ってタイトル変えれるんだっけ？スメールストーリー。なんてやつ？スメールはくっそ長いぞ、角度しろ。じゃあちょっと今日進めといた方がいいのか。オッケー。じゃあ今日進めとこう、ちょっと。いやー、国のストーリーなんて久しぶりだよ。私まだアルハイゼンさんとか会ってないんでね。ここ？あ、下かい。だんだんだかだだん。だだんだんだだんだん。ツイッターのナノハイゼンとかに乗っ取られなかったってこと？ね、それ何の話？森の中進みます。いや、ついでにできれば放浪者のキノコも探し出したいっすね。あれ、こっち行くの？ちょっとこれ取っとくね。アルハイゼンがガチャ来ないたびにないハイゼンとか言われてた。それちょっと見たかも。今回のガチャ情報で見たかも、それ。今回はないハイゼンにならなかったみたいな。それで初めて見た。まあ、ストーリーの中では合ってないって感じ。
Take it and have fun.
どういう人かもわかんないんだよね。危ない。
Too slow.
Made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
クラクサナリデビ。
Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call Sumeru the nation of wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the god of wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information.
趣味筋トレの学者ね。了解した。
Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll give us a way better view of things. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby.
あ、なんか来たぞ。
Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost adventurers.
いや、仕掛け人だよ、仕掛け人。
We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost.
Oh.
We'd like to ask for some directions. Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
感じ悪い？
What's
何？
going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait! Could she be ignoring us? How dare she?
まあこういう時もあるよね。うんうん。
Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance and follow her. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions.
煙霧のベールと暗き森を抜けて。
Come on, let's follow her. Just keep
待って。
quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us.
それ書いとくわ。概要欄に。私が今日何をやったかまで覚えておきたい。この今日のアーカイブで煙霧のベールと暗き闇。煙霧の、はい。ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って、ちょっと待って。これ第3章。第3章1幕。はい。更新されてるのかな？
Quit following me.
無口な通行人をこっそり追いかける。
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished.
怪しすぎるよ。滝の中に修行しに行ったんじゃない？
Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she?
私はここに住みたい。
What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again?
頑張って交流を図って
Alright
みよう。
then. It's not like we have anyone else we can ask. Even if she's not very friendly, we just need her to point us in the right direction. That's all.
なんか瞑想してない？
Oh,
邪魔しない方がいいかも。
what a lovely smell.
スメールの
It's
スメー
coming
ル。
from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Maybe living here wouldn't be too bad after all. Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good.
このスメール。
What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon doesn't feel anything.
ここから離れないと？香水苦手だった？何が入ってる？
What's happening? Traveler? This is no time for a nap. Oh, come on.
これデパ地下で倒れるタイプの人？ここどこよ？ここどこ？なんかやってる？やってるっぽいな、なんか。待って、どうやってたどり着いたの？あ、 これさっきの女性もこの中に入ってるってこと？頭の中で幽体離脱？
The world will get
世界が私を忘れて何言ってもネタバレになりそう難しいとこだね。大丈夫、独り言だから
Sure it's not serious? The traveler's been out for a long time now.
確かに何も始まってない。
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about.
オレじゃん。
Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake!
ここはどこ？
Well,
私
we're
は
at...
誰？
Good question. Where are we? Paimon was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is.
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here.
気を失ったお前を見つけてここに来たなんか
Oh, no things are necessary.
あ、いいね。
I didn't do anything really.
森の種族って感じする。
Any
お前
discomfort?
を助けたとか特にないけど。
Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious.
師匠。
Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up.
師匠ってあれか。フェネックの人。
Whoops!
この子が陰キャなだけ。
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these.
ティナリ、そうそうそう。
I'll get it for you once I'm finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible.
お、これ日
Like
本語
right
の
smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
日本語の声だともっと中性的な声ですよね。なんか英語だと男性って感じ。
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes,
Nasty.
please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly.
じゃあ今ただ働きってこと？口悪さがちょいちょい出る。
So,
癖
how
強
are you doing?
この二
Feeling
人。
better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well.
優しい
It
ね。
is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests.
ああ、なるほど。
While meditating, they use a certain incense known as spirit borneol to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. That incense typically has no effect on most people. But for a
ごく
very
一部の精神の
select
人。
few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense?
どういう
Very
精
good.
神？
Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious?
キャンディスさんが癖ないんだ。確かに結構 PV とかで見た感じ、しっかりしてそうなイメージある。
Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari.
マスターにタメ口はいい
Wait,
の
hold on
マ
a
スタ
second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure.
ー
Let
こ
me
うフ
fill
ラッ
you
ト
in.
な環境なんだ
I
職場
originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for
Further observation?
スメルシティに行かない
No
と
need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
うー
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else.
優し
The
い
rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell, okay?
オッケー
Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? With just a ride
優しいな
we're already having problems left and right. Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know.
少し変だ
What's
と思って
weird? You mean how you're feeling now?
体も変だけどそれより
You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be?
なんでしょうね奥深い地の底に立っているような感じだったあの赤い空はもしかして寒類や
Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right?
彼の判断は間違ってない
You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us?
疑い深いね
Oh, Paimon gets it now.
あちょうどい
That
いか
explains why you were so quiet
そん
earlier.
ぐらいがちょうどいい
Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do?
カレイと話してみよ
Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru.
う地球の歩き方スメル編コレイが解説します
Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
ライザンション
All right, next let's see your right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time.
But I have a vision too. Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
体の調子はいい感じ何か手伝うことは
Since we'll be staying here for
これ
now,
なんだ
we
ろ
thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tainari, we're ready to head out.
う了解です
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any...
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tainari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but That doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
それはそうだ
Well,
ね。
a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse.
マジ
They
か。
handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads,
治安維持
maintaining
隊
forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Song. これあと10何メートル高いとかよくわかんないんだよね。ここか。
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make it. No problems with this lamp. Good.
あ、なんかある。
The wind rises.
この辺りのどこかに。下かな。
Too
下
slow.
っぽい。あ、ここね。これもしかして入れない？放浪者キノコはその村からだと手に入れなさそう。悲しい。情報あざす。取れないっす。反対側から入んないといけないんだ。でも燃やせばよかったのかな今の。ちょっとスメール風のキャラクター編成にしないと。レイラ使いたいけどまだ足りないんですよね。ダメージ、そのレベルが。
Gonna be epic.
誰外す？待って、シールドキャラで相当できたら楽なんだけど。さあ、雷火は欲しいね。結構みんな欲しい。あ、これ主人公になっちゃうかと、そしたら。
This world is full of unsolved
どうしても
mysteries.
どうしても放浪者を使いたい。これあれか。
Adventure time.
これなんか
Let's light it up.
怪しすぎる。でもこれが何か意味があるはず。まあいいっすね。まあ。
Scatter!
まあ。
The statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue.
登るの得意。
Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
That depends. Are you
Maharu
referring to Greater Lord
Kadevada.
Rukadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Kusanari.
Greater Lord Rukadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord
そうなんだ。
Rukadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago.
ライデンマコみたい
According
に
to what Masters told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarastana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then...
Are?
I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But...
Maybe it's difficult to discuss
Nani,
this
nani?
topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers.
これでアンバーの話
You two know Amber, right?
漫画の話につながるんだ
Wait, Amber? You mean...
セフィロス騎士団の偵察騎士
Yes, that's her. I once lived in
そう、
Mondstadt
その
for
ア
a
ンバーだ
while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her.
ね、確か
If you
に
ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person
なんか
anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of
アンバーが
Mondstadt.
正しいってことアンバーの宣伝してる
Sorry.
これってそんなんだっけって
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a
Amber
little
otaku.
different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure. You really like Amber.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
Ah, so that's how you knew.
そんな時あった
So
か
please know that you two have my complete trust. Really. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books.
その時から旅人いたんだ
That's
昏睡
alright.
状態で
You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukadevata or the Sanctuary of Surastana until you
スラ
mentioned
サタ
them.
ナ
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Dendro Archon?
スパイスパイと思われてる
So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your story.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right?
パイモンの言う通り
All right, we have a statue to clean.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
ワープポイントが上にあるんだ。
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think
ちゃん
she's
と見たこと
supposed
な
to
か
be
った。
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
草なりデビーじゃない？
The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean everything below.
これ下の方が大変なやつね。上のほこりが落ちて。
That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
とコレさん、これスメールローズさ、最初育成素材だと思ってたくさん集めてたら全然必要なくてがっかりした覚えある。スイートフラワーは大事なんで。監督お疲れ様です。
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
Yay! Food! What kind of goodies did you bring?
パイモン、明日ないよ。
Don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I
お
hope
いし
you'll like
そ
them.
う。
No, you dropped it on the
あ
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there.
あ、ハードアタック。心臓止まるかと思った。彼と一緒に
Those
食事を楽
pitas
しんだ。
are amazing. You're quite the cook, Kale. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers. So you'll be
私も
making
なんか
your
食
own
べた
pita
い、そういう
pockets
の。
in no time.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh, I guess it happens from...
So, Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission. Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master.
本当はいい人。
Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. But Master is actually very kind at heart. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called... something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there.
ヘッドハン
But
ティングされて
Master
んじゃん。
declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears.
耳の触り心地とても良さそう。もふもふ。
I know, right? I've always wanted to pet them too. Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest to take up a position at the Academia, but he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher, helping the locals every day and passing on his knowledge to trainees. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here. Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
はい、もう一体何を
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been
been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why? Why? Is he going to die? It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while. Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you.
これ私もなんかあるわ、似たような経験。友達に
Now even Kali started to laugh. That's it! Paimon won't forget this. It's time for some primordial wrath.
友達になんか連絡してなかったらなんか死んじゃったとかなんか連絡来たことある救急車あと少し呼ぶとこだったって言われたことある。寝てただけなんだけどね。
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you. No, I just... I didn't mean that. Kale, are you okay? What's the matter? No, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharvaville. I think Master and the others should be back by now too.
帰ってきてるはず。
Huh? What was up with Kali just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden?
足早っとんでもねえ速さだ。レッツゴー。ガンダルバー村に戻ります。他のレンジャーもいるね。
Ah, traveler.
レンジャーと思ったら星と深淵を目指せの人かな。
We're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes. I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
フィルビー。横切れば近道できると思っていたが封鎖していて、俺みたいな部外者は立ち入り禁止だった。ああ。俺がモンド人だと聞いて何かを言いたげだった。ああ、アンバーの話をしたかったんだ。アンバーオタクなんだな、本当に。8時、8時。8時で2分にしとこう。
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
私、未だに放浪車で走ったことないんだよね、横に飛びながら。
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition.
Eh?
To put it simply, she's not well.
何が起きたん？
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
何したの？
No, no need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her.
おちびちゃん。
This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
OK。ひなりと別の場所で詳しく話す。でも私もこういう家欲しいな。あれ？そこか。 労者にはいつ会えるんだろう。まだ全然気配すら感じない。
Alright, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I'm going to tell you because...
ぶっ続けでやった場合ね。
Well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But
Lord
she
of the Ringもびっ
insisted,
くり。
saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
そういえば毒キャラじゃなかったこれって。
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been
違うか。
afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
まあ、鱗病。24度比べたら大したことないから平気平気。
Yes, it's a disease unique to the
あれね。
lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may
そう
only
いうのあ
feel
ったね。
mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying.
自分の体を制御できない。
Hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself.
あれかもしれない。
With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been... I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she...
Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize.
でもま
None
だ
of
会っ
this is
て
her fault at all.
会って1週間もしてないでしょ。
I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that
そん
in
なずっと
person
黙
the
って
next
て
time
な
you
ん
see
て。
her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
ティナリじゃなくてタイナリなんだ。
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should, though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
そういえばそうだった。
Problemo.
まだ
Let's
治っ
go
てないん
then.
だ。
We'll be looking for a plant known as Nilotpala lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their
シャ
energy.
ウマラタハス。シャウマラタハスって
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Nilotpala lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Nilotpala lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species.
マジかい。
Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but
Kalpalata.
rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
え、違うんすか？
Oh. Huh. Okay then.
なんでその名前をつけたん？
Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
ちゃう。
What a nuisance.
あー、宝箱ある。宝箱取り行ってもいいかな。
The wind rises.
ハスってニーローの育成アイテムだったよね、確か。それとは違うハス。
Quit following me.
主人公とこれどっちがいいのかな、サポートは。
Right now, emerge.
主人公の草性能が結構
Squall and fury.
いいみたいに聞くけど、フォレイのこと全然
Too
分かって
slow.
ないんだよね。他にどこにいるの？いた。
Behold.
あ、ハスは2種類。なるほど。
Unnecessary.
はあ、返しなさいよ。必要ないと言われた。ツンがすごいな。あ、これじゃないですか。新鮮なサウマラタハス。
Quit following me. Quit following me.
先に取っちゃった。大丈夫？
There should be Nilotpala lotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching.
先回りしと
If
き
you
まし
could
た。
manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
落ち合おうってランデブーしようって言うんだ。
Alright. Hey, Tainari! We found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look.
英語の
Good,
勉強。
very good. These are all excellent quality.
やった
I'm
ー。
quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on some other things I need.
役に立ててよかった。
Oh, Tainari! Someone's calling your name! They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Let's go find. いやもう全然話変わるけどさ、なんか最近お金使いすぎてどうしよう。美味しいご飯が食べたいという気持ちが強い。
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
あ、
The withering is
あ、
back.
だいぶ綺麗
But
にし
the
たよ
patrol
刺
route
激
you were
は
on should have been already clear just a week ago. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision.
美味し
I'll
くて
go
安
deal
い
with
ご
it
飯
right
探そう
away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
正論パンチやん
Kainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching such places.
神の目ありま
Yes,
す
Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the
多分
rainforest is a dangerous
心の中に
place. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for a time.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it.
俺も役に立
But
て
you
るか
don't
も
seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today. And show...
オッケー確かにね安くて美味しい場所を探すべきなんだよ
Quit
ね
following me. Too slow.
なんか12月ってお金使いたくなる季節だと思うの私だけかななんかもう1年が終わるしなみたいな気持ちになっちゃうね
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we thank
俺
you,
も一緒
but I must warn you. Don't push yourself. This is your even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside of the zone and take a breather. You ready
了
then?
解です
Let's go.
Let's go 必然的に出費多いけど使いたく
First, we must
なるの
locate
とは
any
ちゃうねん
branches sustaining the withering zone.
ちゃうねんなアイテムがこれのままだったはず OK
Quit following me. Too slow.
永遠に怒られるんやけど間違えたあれかあ、これまず戦うんだっけ
Show them, right now. Emerge. I'm always watching. Right here. Emerge. Right here.
まず戦うんやっけ
Quit following me. Too slow.
よ
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared,
Ouch.
we'll need to take care of the tumor.
on out. Right now.
The wind rises. Now, destroy the tumor of the withering.
壊します。
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now!
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly restore this area back to normal.
やったね。
Tainari, you make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's like this. Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears.
じゃあ消してもま
If
た
that
増えて
simply
る。
meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline,
現代の
directly
問題と似
impacting
て
the
るね。
wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? But why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions.
地域を根絶する方法は
No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface.
ほうほうほうほ
Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right.
う。世界中が
My
病気にな
ancestors
る。
learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time until a cure is found. All right, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
いや、森の中の生活も大変やね。戻ります。ガンダルバー村にワープポイントないんだな。今気づいた。これはある。
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh. Wait, is that?
お、
Oh no, Hypatia!
ハイパーシャ。え、ダメなの？なになになに？
What's wrong, Tainari?
This duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier
Ah.
for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
なんか、
Oh.
ワンピースの鳥みたいな。
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
怪しすぎるよ、この
Yes, allow me
手
to
紙。
explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation.
はい。
She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help.
よくわかるね。なんと
You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the paper?
いつも通りパイモンが思ってることを解
Well,
説してくれる。
obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny incense?
確か
Let's
に
find
ね。
out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
すっきりした香り。あ、鼻が慣れた。
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy?
慣れってすごいな。
How'd you know that he'd be okay this time, Tainari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element.
なるほど。
I knew then that he would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious?
俺が見たのは幻覚じゃない。
That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you. Because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you.
俺が見てたのは一体何だっ
When
た
you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself.
世界
I
中って
could
どこに
try
あ
to
る
tell
の
you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of spirit borneol are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul. Just
That sounds
そう。
nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously, she completely ignored us the last time we tried talking to her.
緊張
that
して
was
たんかな。
because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training.
なるほど。
During that time, she must avoid communicating with others.
はあ。
Please, wait here for a moment.
そんなルールが。瞑想も大変ね。行っちゃったよ。あ、帰ってきた。
Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have.
ありがとう。
No. I should be the one thanking you. You've both been a great help these last few days.
いきなり養成所卒業？まずハイパシアを助けに行かないと。どうしたね？
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
はい。
Quit following me.
Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here.
倒れちゃった？
Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
急げ。何の音？え？洞窟にさらに奥があったんだ。あ、なんか倒れてるっぽい。え、食料あるじゃん。あ、なんかなんか小さな精霊来た。 ほよほよほよん。その顔文字って企画。ほよほよみ。みほよの。
There you are! Hi, Paisha. Are you alright?
あれ
So hungry.
空腹で倒れてる。
Eat water.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding some water first.
なんかさっきここにリンゴがあったよな。
Why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Anyway, let's go look around.
消えちゃったみたいですね。
Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are
何これ
Really? Oh,
なんか出てき
maybe
た。
you're right. Let's go investigate the area.
引き続き進み、木の裏を通り抜ける。これ木の裏って言うんだ。こういうところ。
Wow, this place is huge. Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
ミスりましたね。いつも先に使っちゃうな、なんか。癖で。ぴょんぴょんキノコ。もうこれ探索をしていて覚えてしまった。また来れるのかな。最後だし、空飛び状態で銃撃ももっと使ってそうなんだよね、忘れちゃう。銃撃なんかあんま変わんないっていう検証を見たわ。でもなんかそれならね、ちょっと私としては私としては数字がたくさん出る方が嬉しいかな。なんか見てて爽快感がある。あ、でもあれか、今使ってる武器的には銃撃使った方がいいんだ。6秒ごとに。秘境に現れる原始松氏。拾っとこう。なんかディズニーにこういうとこありそうじゃない？なんかヒルチャルおるぞ。
Emerge.
元カンルイアの何かしらの生き物。アウチ。
You dare to gaze upon me?
Teamwork is trick. Right here. Emerge.
Germinate!
待って待って待って待って待って待って待って、何が起きたん？待って、帰りたい。 帰れないっぽいな。悲しい事件起きた。まあ見なかったことに草元素だけに草が生えちゃったもうなんかちゃんとやったのに悲しいな。ウェイクっぽい。またさっきのとこ入れる？これでこれじゃない？違ったっけ？いや、見なかったことにしよう。もうさっきの宝箱を見なかったことに。
The wind rises.
あ、届くんだ。お願いします。なんで稲妻っぽい？
Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
もしかしてここで
Quit following me.
スカラマシと会える？これやるやつじゃない？中庭を調べる。片方の廊下を調べる。
Quit following me.
なんだこの不思議な場所。何か見えます？笑い方ゲス。
Let's light it up! Right here. Emerge. Right here.
Propagate!
Nothing lasts forever. Right here.
全部ミスター？
Behold!
死にます。
Into the
イ
abyss.
エーイ。
I'm going in!
Squall and fury. That's far enough.
だるい。だる。
Right here.
なんか食らってなくない？
Right now. Emerge.
あれ？何が起きてた今？
Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. We faced others like him before. What's wrong this time?
あ、そういうことね。
Though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are.
俺は妹を探しに行く。
Your sister. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial?
妹じゃない。
Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug. Whom the bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey, but don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
うおー。戻ってきたっぽい。あ、夢か。一体何だったん？
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
So sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that?
ハイパシアを見てびっくりしちゃった。
Oh, guess that makes sense. She does look kind of rough at the moment. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's alright first.
なんか見えちゃいましたね。
Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
意識が半分飛んでいたハイパシャに水と果汁を飲ました。
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
手紙読んでもろて。
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips.
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
キャベツみたいな変な生き物って悪口やん。
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
洞窟に入った時に起こったことをパイモンとハイパシャに話した。
Wait, hold on a second, traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream?
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order...
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave.
動いてる。
In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh, and then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me.
いい隣人だね。
Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul.
今の私です、これ。
Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier. Anyway, looks like
こ
we'll
の
need
パイ
to
もう
prepare
ざ。
something ourselves. Besides, Paimon's getting hungry too. Let's eat first and talk about Irminsul later. All right, we're up, traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. They're our specialties after all.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too.
失礼します。焚き火で。これを使えってことかな。ここの材料を。焚き火？ここにある？
Off we go.
ここね。焚き火で料理を作った。
Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing. And the box is a nice touch too. Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia.
できた弁当をハイパシアに
Off we go.
渡す。
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this.
美味しそう。
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spirit Borneo for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so.
天才。
And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
マジ
So
か。
why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spirit Borneo primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth.
なんとなく理解。
Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spirit Borneo would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. It appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon, but unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spirit Borneo should no longer trigger such reactions.
OK。
Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the
やばい
Ritalis
今
Darshan at the
日
Academia,
目休んでないわ。
my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially
1時間ごとに
regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies.
目を
Which
休ま
is
せた
why
かった
I
の
must
に。
turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life.
サティア
Many
ワダライ
researchers
フ。
in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm
なるほど。
while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Whoa. So knowledge from Irminsul could be super dangerous. Don't you ever feel afraid of the risk, Hypatia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late.
やっ
I
と
don't
謎
get
解
as
け
scared
た
anymore
よ。
knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon.
たまに出てくるんだよね。
But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself. And they have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
マジそんな種族いる？
Is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do.
え、そうなん
The
だ。
sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical.
一貫性がない。
If one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep.
なるほど。
I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be.
悪くないよ。夢日記書いて
Just
る
be
人もい
sure
るし。
not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected with Irminsul?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me. What could that possibly mean?
なんやろな。
If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have some more answers for you.
それ何年かかる？
If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me.
ありがとう、ハイ
There's
パ
no
シャ
need。to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some
夢
more of
日
your
記フォローに
cooking.
なってない。なってなかったか。まあ確かに夢日記、
Now that we know Hypatia is
あれだ
alright
よね、
and
不
had
幸
the
にな
chance
るっていうよ
to
ね。
ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
本当かわかんないけど。ガンダルバー村に戻ります。 よっ。
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the
仕事の勧
problem?
誘されてます。
As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
パワハラ上司。
Your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
本当それ。
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
あ、ここでは言え
And
ない
how。long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
物分かりのいいカジ様で助かった。いや、チェックされてる。見られてるって。
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us too.
Very good. Now that the
Very
traveler
good.
has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. How about this?
なるほど。
I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Immorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
もらったことないっすね。
It's called an Akasha
Akasha.
Terminal. It's a tool produced by the academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukadevata. Some say that, needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the academia's expertise. So I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
自分では説明し
Next up,
ちょっとね
Sumeru City! But wait, before that...
まあ物がないのに説明だけしといてもね意味ないかな。彼に別れの挨拶をしないと。いやもう
That's right! Tainari,
別れの時間が来てしまったか。
important to say to Kale before we leave. Is she doing better now?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go!
Farewell. And
じゃあ本日はあれですね、きっと ホレイさんと会ってバイバイして終わりと。
Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey.
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
ホレイ、体を大事
Don't
に。
worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here.
放浪者の鼻血も出なかったね。
Well, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend.
ただの深読みオ
Not
タク
some
になっちゃ
girl
った。
that needs your sympathy. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us. We're probably still gonna worry about your
犬がいる。
condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
Thank you. That means a lot. Before you leave,
Oh? What?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy,
Oh.
remember?
あざ
My
ーす。
handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't laugh.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville.
と思い出す。
Well then, I, trainee forest ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again. The rangers will always be ready to assist you here.
ありがとな。まあ、スメールシティに行くというミッションが出たところで、まだ第1幕なんだ。第1幕めちゃめちゃ長いね。じゃあ今日はここで終わりましょう。まあ、10週は後でなんか使います。というわけで、ご視聴ありがとうございました。ちょっと今後のストーリーどうしようかな。なんか、もしかしたらもう Twitch の方でやっちゃうかもしんないけど。はい。もしまた YouTube でゲームの配信するときはよろしくお願いします。まあちょっと動画とかは中心になると思います。ということで、はい、来てくれた方ありがとうございました。めっちゃ喋ってる。ベネットが。じゃあバイバイ。